Welcome back, everyone, to episode 22 of the Mexico series. Let's take a look at our debt. We have a $36 billion surplus coming in. We have a budget excess of $242 billion. And our public debt has gone down significantly from 59.74% down to 26.55%. And inflation is starting to go up some. So I think what we'll do is we'll let a week pass and see what happens. Alright, we have... Alright, that's just 400 people. I'm not too concerned with that. And we have a price reduction that went through. I don't remember what that was on. So we'll let a little more time go by.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Okay. Alright, manufacturing of a ultra high-speed train. We're going to keep that to ourselves. And the exoskeleton, we'll keep that to ourselves as
The bill
well.
has been voted on and the law has been passed.
Alright, so
The march has been placed as you can.
So they're threatening to attack because of the marijuana being completely illegal.
We have resisted the attack. The protection systems, especially in companies, are up to date. Very few victims to report overall. The fortification of our security software in our government and vital infrastructures turned out to be very effective.
Alright, so we have to figure out who it was that tried to cyber attack us. Alright, so inflation has gone up some. Let's bump up the interest rate. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is want to help out the seniors a little more. So the minimum pension amount is $97.80 a month. We're going to raise that by 10. Let's see how that polls for us. So that's 81% support. So let's do a reform and name this the Social Security Act. Alright, so next we'll go to tax, and we're going to raise this up by 0.1. Alright, so that still has 81% approval. Let's take a look at the rest of our taxes. Alright, so we'll put that through.
We were able to trace the source of the attack. It is a criminal organization in this country who is responsible.
Alright, so we got a cyber attack from the US.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
What are you doing? What? You think that people are going to stop smoking joints? All you're going to get is a huge increase in drug trafficking, people getting back at each other, price increases, and kids getting arrested just 'cause they're smoking a silly little joint. Are you still living in the 20th century?
Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna hire 20,000 more police officers. So that's gonna cost us about $2 billion. And let's go to farming. Okay, pork. I'm gonna raise this to 75 million. Alright, so we have a little extra for potatoes, so that's good. Have a lot extra for rice. Let's go to beef. Alright, so we have plenty for that. Let's go to milk. So milk, we're going to need a little more. And don't want to spike inflation too much. So we bump that up to 75 million.
Demonstrations are taking place at this very moment in the country's main cities. All of them have come together in opposition of the government.
Alright, so that should go away on its own. I'm not going to really worry about that. Now, one thing I should have done was... Let's see, let's go to the plastic industry. Alright, so we're almost meeting our... No, actually we're not. So we need to increase production, so we'll make this 200 million. So hopefully that should raise up our production rate. And we have a wildfire, so gonna allocate 300 million for that and see what happens. Alright, nuclear missiles. Still don't have our first nuclear missile yet.
Demonstrators are marching in several cities all over the country as we speak. They intend to express their strong opposition to the government's policies, as some of their banners, slogans, and leaflets.
Alright, so what is this about? Alright, let's go to media. Alright, so that's good. Let's go to construction. And high-speed internet. We definitely need that. Alright, so let's get Mexico City up to 90%.
The demonstrators intend
And let's go to space research. So let's take a look at the inflation rate. So inheritance tax. Alright, should I do this? All that's gonna do is just piss off everyone. Nah, we'll steer away from that. But what we could do is bump up the gambling tax to 4%. So that's what we'll do. This industry, we'll bump that up to 40%. Let's see. Tourists entering the country, that's... Let's take a look at our tourist industry and see how that's doing. Alright, so if we could bring in more money from tourists, so let's go to that tax and reduce it to reduce that to 40. Have some opposition there, so let's drop that to 50 and see how that works. So that's 73% approval. So we're now back to 100% approval rating for the president so far.
The population affected by the disaster is in a very precarious situation.
Oh, that figures. It would
Must
be
have
700.
lost a lot, and even everything, and are
Let's
asking
go
the
with
state
401.
for help to survive.
So that should
The
take
vote
care of
was
everything.
held and the reform was adopted.
Let's take a look at everything here. Alright, so what's the major one? Heart disease. So numbers actually have gone down our time in office. Kidney disease gone up. Diabetes. So don't we have a diabetes vaccine? Yes, we do. Just workforce. Still haven't produced anything, so Alright, so we don't have enough personnel. Let's go to unemployment. Alright, so we're gonna have to get some more workers. Now I'm gonna cut out the employment agency.
Our network has obtained intelligence, data, and passwords on the principal.
Our agent number 1.
The package has been delivered. The delivery deadlines were met. We are already taking advantage of the equipment. The package has been...
Alright, so we have an up-to-date Air Force now, or more up-to-date than we were before. So that's a lot of money. May have to hold back with doing anything with that. Alright, what about tanks? Do we... Alright, fuel cell batteries. Okay, we definitely need to bump up production for that. So we'll go with 150 million. Let's go to housing. Alright, so that's at 2.85. We definitely don't want that to go over 3 at this point. So let's go to space research again. We're gonna have to make a few cuts. Really don't want to raise taxes at all. Alright, let's lower this. Apparently I didn't hit it the last time. And I'm gonna raise the tax on animal fats. Okay, industrial pollution. So if I do this, this is going to start to kill some of my production. It's going to make the unemployment rate go up. See what inflation is, but it should help inflation some. So unfortunately, we'll go ahead and do that. And that'll bring 5 billion into our economy.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
The package has been delivered.
Alright, so we now have 3 more up-to-date missile launchers, which It's basically nothing compared to everyone else. Let's see how much that costs. Oh, 148 million? That's it? Let's go with... let's just wait for inflation to drop a little. Alright, so we're almost at the end of quarter 2. So we should have a surplus. And let's see, do we want to pay down... Do we want to completely pay off Germany, or do we want to pay down our own debt? I think I'll pay off Germany. Or I could pay off the US too. And that will increase our surplus.
The bill has been voted on and the law has been passed.
You're really peachy keen.
Alright, so let's just add 500 million. Do you wish me to pursue? Nah, get out of there. Alright, so we have a $47.4 billion surplus. So we have $83.8 billion treasury reserve. To completely pay off Germany. So the good thing about this so far is we have a 0 interest rate for everything that we owe. If we pay off the UK, alright, so we're paying 6.6 in interest, paying 3.7 interest. Let's pay off the UK. Really? Well, at least the next quarter we can could pay them completely off, and also Germany. So
our sportsmen are ready. But if I may, a few words of encouragement before the national team's departure would surely galvanize the troops. Do you...
alright, so let's try to better our relations with the US. So we'll do 30. And energy, you already have at 30. Let's go to services. So services, we can improve that. And I hate when this game does that. Alright, so 96 bills, 96% of bills have been passed.
We are awaiting your instructions.
That's not good. Let's see if we can get them with the police. And let's get this group here. Let's kind of centralize that there. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we defeated them there. Let's team up on this guy. Try not to use the military, because that's going to kill my approval. Alright, yeah. Let's just... Might as well just bring the military in. I try not to use all of them. Yeah, my police have gotten killed, pretty much. Alright, so we have a soldier there. Let's bring him over here. Actually, let's bring him over here. And we'll send them over there.
We have subdued the rebel.
Alright, so that's done and over
The
with.
bill has been voted on, and the bill has been voted on. The bill has been voted on.
Alright, let's look at inflation. It's starting to kind of flatten out some.
Here is our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is an excellent figure. Our economy is flourishing.
Alright, new technology. Okay, they decided to keep it private to themselves. Alright, so unemployment has gone up, which is what I expected it to. But I I really need for that inflation to go down. Request denied.
The competition will begin in...
Alright. Let's see what our GDP is. So we have 6% growth. Alright, don't we have another oil platform being built? Alright, so roughly in about another month, that other oil platform should be complete. Still a little while for the port that we're building. Alright, so our relation with the US is a lot better now. Okay, public debt dropped down to 24. Just check that inflation again. Alright, so we're gonna have to cut some spending. Only question is where at, or increase taxes. But if I really want growth to go up, then I could lower company tax, because then there would be more production. And then that would also lower will also help lower the unemployment rate. So let's see. Alright, so we still have a pretty good relationship with the majority of the South American continent. Or really the entire American continent overall. Alright, let's go to farming real quick. Where are we with... Alright, fishing, production, sales. Alright, let's just go to fish then. So fish, we're not really keeping up with the demand. So let's invest 100 million into fishing. Improve train. Alright, we're not the first, so we might as well just keep this to ourselves then.
New battle robots are now available on the market. We should purchase some immediately because this will give us a clear advantage in various combat situations.
Alright, let's go to that then. If we could get combat robots, then... that's not available. Let's go to research. And let's go to military. Alright, probable outcome 2026. So we'll have this available in another year. High power fuel battery, AI. Alright, so I think I see something bad. Clean energy, no, that's not it. Can't remember where, like the self-driving cars and everything, was that? Was that energy that was in? Or... Alright, I'm not gonna worry about that too much for now. Or is that service? No, it's not service either. So what about inflation? Alright, so it has dropped. So policy is working in terms of inflation. Not really sure what else I could do to try to bring that down some more.
Your politics are on the right track.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and meet with them. And... Alright, so unemployment has gone down some. Now, what about the crime rate? That's pretty flat at this point. Now, I could do another, state of emergency, but that may not pan out too well for me. Let's go to... So how much does it cost for another 20,000 cameras? That's 1.7... About 10... We can lower the blood alcohol level. And that's going to cause riots too. So we may have to just wait this out.
Whether it's personal problems or overwork, something's wrong. But I can't manage to get my head around it. You are tactful. Maybe you should have a word with him.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so accidents have declined. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. If you guys like this, please leave a like. If you like this series overall with everything that I accomplished so far, so we know that I had the cartels to deal with. I got rid of them. The crime rate was 28%. I managed to get it down to 6.8, which is not the greatest, but it's still a lot better than having a 28% crime rate. So that's been dealt with. We had a deficit of 4.17 in the beginning. We now have a surplus of 9.37. So you guys can let me know what you really think of this series. There may be another episode coming out, but I'm really looking forward to the 2023 edition. And I have played it, and my next series is going to be the United States, and my ideology is going to be not completely different from the way I played the US before, but I think the last time with Biden or Baden, that was the 2021 edition. So this time around, it's going to be a completely different ideology. And I'll do an intro video to that, hopefully within the next 24 to 48 hours. And I'll also do a video on some of the updates or the things that have been added to it. But in the meantime, again, thank you for your support, and there's going to be a lot more videos coming up pretty soon. So, thank you.